The first moments after you leave are the hardest. Her mind feels like a movie reel that won't stop playing. Every little detail, the last words, the look on your face, even how you walked away, it all replays on loop. At first, it's confusion mixed with disbelief. She tries to process what just happened, and even if she saw it coming, it still hits hard. Her brain is wired to seek emotional closure, but right now there's none. Studies from psychology journals show that emotional separation triggers the same part of the brain that responds to physical pain. So when she says it hurts, it's not just a metaphor. Her brain literally feels pain. That's why she might act cold or distant right after, not because she doesn't care, but because she's trying to protect herself from that emotional sting. When reality begins to sink in, after a day or two, reality starts to sink in. This is when her emotions shift from shock to reflection. Her thoughts wander back to the things you said, the things she wished she'd said, and the moments she thought were special. She might scroll through old photos or reread messages, not to torture herself, but to find a sense of comfort in what once felt safe. It's a strange mix. Half of her wants to delete everything, while the other half clings to every piece of memory. This is also the phase where she starts creating what-if scenarios in her head. What if you stayed? What if she tried harder? What if things were different? It's human nature to question the past, especially when emotions are still raw. And while she might appear strong on the outside, inside she's wrestling with thoughts that refuse to quiet down. The mind doesn't heal overnight, and she knows that. Once a few days pass, the emotional roller coaster begins. Some moments she feels fine, maybe even confident that she's better off without you. Then suddenly something small, a song, a scent, or a place, brings back everything at once. That's because emotions are deeply tied to memory. According to neuroscientists, emotional memories are stored in the amygdala, a part of the brain that doesn't just forget easily. So even if she tries to distract herself, those feelings can return out of nowhere. She might start to miss you in unexpected ways, not just the conversations or the company, but the little habits that became part of her daily life. Maybe it's how you used to text her good morning, or how you made her laugh at the smallest things. Those moments now feel louder in their absence. But even in the middle of that longing, she's also trying to rebuild herself, to remind herself of who she was before you came along.
The internal conflict. This is one of the toughest parts. Her mind becomes a battlefield between heart and logic. One side tells her to move on, to focus on herself, and to stop thinking about what's gone. The other side keeps whispering your name. She starts to question everything, not just about the relationship, but about herself. Was she not enough? Did she do something wrong? Or was it never meant to be? These questions circle around in her head, and though she may not show it, they weigh heavily on her. It's not about wanting you back instantly. It's about making sense of what just ended. Human minds crave closure, and when we don't get it, we fill the silence with our own thoughts. For her, that silence can feel deafening. But here's the truth. This conflict, as painful as it feels, is what helps her heal. It's part of the emotional detox that slowly brings clarity. When she starts to accept it. After a while, maybe weeks, maybe months, something changes. She wakes up one day and the pain feels a little lighter. The memories are still there, but they don't hurt the same way. This is when acceptance begins to form quietly in the background. She starts to see things differently. Maybe she realizes that what ended wasn't meant to last. Maybe she sees how much she learned from it, about love, boundaries, and herself. This stage doesn't come overnight, but it's powerful when it does. Her focus begins to shift from, "Why did this happen?" to, "What can I do next?" That's when growth begins. Studies show that around 70% of people who go through emotional loss report experiencing what's called post-breakup growth. It means that through pain, they actually become stronger, more self-aware, and more emotionally resilient. She starts doing things for herself again, going out, spending time with friends, maybe picking up hobbies she once left behind. Slowly, her world starts to feel full again.